Hello everyone and welcome. This is our final presentation for Project 2 in CGT 21301. For this project, we were tasked to design and model an automated production cell and simulate how the material or product will flow through the production line. So with that, let's get started. For this project, our team decided to model a wine corking and sealing station. We chose this production line as we felt that it would allow us to show off a variety of different components and tools in SOLIDWORKS while also being realistically obtainable in our given time constraints and our limited SOLIDWORKS knowledge. This is a top-down view of our production line. The process starts with empty wine bottles in step 1 and ends with full corked and sealed wine bottles in step 5. Starting at the top of the image, at step 1, the wine bottles come into the workstation. From there, they join the circular track and move clockwise to station 2. At station 2, the correct amount of wine is dispensed into the bottle. After this is complete, the bottle moves on to station 3, where the cork is then inserted into the bottle. After the cork has been inserted into the bottle moves to step 4, where the seal is added to the bottle. After this step, the wine then rotates around one last time to step 5, where it is placed on another conveyor belt and sent off to the next workstation. Here is a side view of our workstation. The steps are the same as in the previous slide, this is just a different angle of view. In this image, station 3, the corking station, is behind the main support of this structure. Also in this image, the empty bottle from step 1 would come from behind the taker of this image over their left-hand shoulder, and then the full bottle in step 5 would come towards the taker of the image towards their right shoulder. So now that you have a high-level view of this production cell, let's take a slightly closer look at each of the individual components. The first major step is where wine is dispensed into the bottle. In our production cell, we used 750 milliliters of wine per bottle. However, this could easily be adjusted for different sizes of wine bottles on different assembly lines. The next step for the wine bottles is the corking station. At this station, first corks are funneled into the tool. From there, the tool then inserts the cork into the wine bottle. After this, the tool then reloads the next cork to prepare for the next bottle of wine to come through and be corked. The third and final major step in this production cell is the sealing step. At this step, the seal is added to the wine bottle to ensure that there is an airtight seal. After this step, the bottle of wine is done with this production cell and is ready to be moved on to the next production cell, or whatever next step in the assembly line there may be. Finally, the last step in this production cell is the movement step. At this point, the empty bottle has been filled with wine and corked and sealed. This bottle is now ready to be labeled, packaged, and shipped to its final destination. Here is that same isometric view of the entire production cell again, hopefully now with more context. Once again, the empty bottles come in step 1, and then they rotate around the circular moving tool to step 2, where they are filled with wine. At step 3, which is a little hard to see in this image, the cork is inserted into the bottle of wine. The bottle is then sealed at step 4, and finally the bottle is moved out to the next process at step 5, at which point the bottle is filled with wine, it has a cork in it, and it has been sealed. Here is a brief animation of the process completed in SOLIDWORKS. This animation starts with each station doing its process and then shows the station tools moving out of the way to allow the bottles to move on to their next step. And that's all we have for our wine production cell. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please relay them to myself, Rohan, or Cooper, or Emmy. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.